Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Season 4 of DK64 Randomizer.com. We've got a Sunday weekly for you. We got 2 weeklies every week. We usually stream the Friday one, but today we got the Sunday one for you. But wouldn't you know it, the usual suspects turn up all the same. We got Cam, we got Generic. It'll be a good time. I am Larock, I'll be on the mic for you today, and I'm joined by one Derpy Dragon. How you doing, Chief?
I'm doing good. Yeah, we got all the gamers out this morning. We got 23 entrants into this race. It's gonna be a good one.
That's a nice Sunday weekly. So
yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah, people are excited for the Season 4.
They're excited for so many reasons. They're excited to watch various train wrecks or watch some serious gamers.
They're excited to watch the 50 colored bananas medallion.
Huge, massive,
huge pop-offs for the 50.
Big time metal bump. You'll love to see it.
Yeah, and of course the fan favorite, the bean, being shouted out in chat. Of course, we all hoping for a bean seed.
It's out there somewhere in this seed.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
When's the required bean in Helm for a K-roll move?
No kidding.
That's what we need.
Have a look at our start here, and I'm not gonna lie, the start looks very good.
yeah, this is a pretty nice start. You got the best movement Kong in Donkey. You got 2 potential K-roll moves in Rocket Barrel Boost and Mini Monkey. So, yeah, worst thing is no Cranky. No Shockwave. Honestly, I like having Shockwave at the start over here.
It would be nice to have, but having it shuffled kind of like it shuffles your opener, if you will. They got some stuff to do though. They got Coconut to go check the Cromile cage. If they find like Tiny, we got like BFI access early.
Yeah, no, and so yeah, likely start. We're gonna see. Obviously, they don't need to go back to check the shop, check the dirt. They might peek it, but I would assume most won't. But you go take the picture of the ferry and check the feather cage, get the coconut cage, and head off to your levels.
Yeah, if I had like one desire, it's swap a shopkeeper for a Cranky. Like that's the dream. If I had Cranky, it'd be so much better, but
yeah, it just kind of gives that extra like early Sphere Zero work. It's kind of rough because like both Funky and Candy have their levels where they don't have a shop. So like, yeah, you're willing to toss either of them away for Cranky, who's just in every level.
He's the objectively most useful shopkeeper with the most shops, but yeah, you can kind of get away with. I don't know, you can get away with whatever, I guess. We'll see. The gang is just about ready up. We are almost off to the races here. In a lobby, in large lobbies, technical difficulties are a given. It's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah, but it looks like all our racers have readied up at this point. So we should be getting started here soon. Going into this, obviously we don't know what the early levels are, but with this moveset, you're kind of open to really any level. Except for only one you really don't want to see early is Galleon, because you don't have diving yet.
Yeah, you really can't go wrong. I mean, you really can't go wrong with DK Coconut. Just roll around everywhere, do whatever you want. Life is good. You're like halfway to turning on production too, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. All you need is that grab. Yeah, one of the changes I really like from Season 4 is that they're turning off of production, and I think that adds a nice element to Factory.
Yeah, it gives you a little more to read into on whether it be grab checks or coconut checks. The combination of grab and coconut makes it really interesting. You can kind of like pick out, okay, so coconut got hinted, but then also grab got hinted, and kind of like narrow your path search that way. There's a lot of cheeky ways to do it, and for all this talk, we're talking about it. This, the seed just is going to randomly have nothing in production, and we're going to just be yapping for no reason.
Oh, up to first hint: production room is foolish.
All right, clock is ticking. Let's roll. I see timers moving.
Yeah.
Strap in. We got another weekly.
3, 2, 1, and we're up.
Thereabouts. Don't mind the latency. It's fine. Race time knows all. Cam immediately checking the coconut KG is wildly suspicious, but the GB for your troubles is certainly not a bad start.
Yep. And we got Generic instantly checking the fairy, so the other big sphere 0. It's the bean! The instant bean!
Oh my god. The bean has arrived. The seed is blessed.
Seed is blessed. We do have Generic peeking in to check what is on the spring. It's just a banana, and we're getting our helm knowledge. Is that Donkey Lanky?
Donkey Lanky. There you go.
So we need the bongos. We need the trombone. Hey, look, production room got hinted right away.
There you go. There you go. We got it. We got it. I mean, we got told it was there, so that's a little less of a mystery than anything else. Oh, 2 GBs to get into caves. You're not getting in there. Nice try, buddy.
Yep. Yeah, production room, path to key 8. So potentially one of our instruments hanging out in production room.
Level 1. Tiny can be found by Donkey and Aztec. Well, I guess I suppose you want to go in there, huh? That says 0
Yeah,
GBs.
seeing as it's a 0 as well, I think we're going to get a third Kong here very early.
That seems pretty good. Yeah, I'd say.
Pretty likely.
There's a level 3 Aztec and a level 1 Caves. Interesting.
Right,
Just the 2 levels to work
bananas
with.
and blueprints. Oh! Coconut on the path of everything.
Key 3, 5, 7, 8, DK phase, and Kongs. Presumably it gets you tiny, so that would explain Kongs pretty quickly, but...
Yeah, I would not be surprised if we're about to see either Tiny here in the tunnels or 5-door.
And Coconut on the path to 8 also implies, like, soft implies that it's upstairs in production, that you need to turn it on, so Grab might get hinted at some point. Not a lot to read into on the other keys, though. Coconut's a pretty useful move.
Yeah, it's got a lot. Alright, just a GB there. So it's not that coconut locked item.
That's a good try.
Yeah, it's worth it. To be fair, you would need Strong Kong to also put that in logic, but... who needs Strong Kong?
Potion
We have
on
a
the...
vial on the dirt.
Ooh.
So, once we get Shockwave, we got a free move in Aztec.
Note that down, write that down, write that down! Definitely don't want to forget that guy. That one's gonna be a... That's a cheeky one. Although, your spawn is like so close to it that if you ever have to like return to that, that's so free.
Could be Donkey Metal. Donkey Metal for Tiny with the coconut and shooting balloons.
Yep, that would fit. Coconut is one of the things that could get you there.
Alright, and Cranky.
Frankie's in factory. Huh. Hopefully he's not the production hinted thing. That'd be a little awkward.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Castle Donkey Library, Way of the Horde.
That's a strong Kong Way of the Horde, so interesting.
Honestly, he could be the production lane, because we did just see a Diddy Vial right there in Aztec. That could then be, say, bongos for the production room key 8.
Oh, Diddy's got a potion? Oh dear. Yeah, that's a little spicy. I think it's more likely he turns up earlier, but we'll see.
More than likely, but you know, sometimes.
Often he's just important enough to turn up early.
Alright, generic dude up to 48. Shoutouts to 48. Need 2 more.
There's a whole bunch of DK blueprints in Aztec. Cam's going to the next one. The back of the Llama Temple.
Yeah.
I think Generic spent the time to get like the 10 out of the quicksand, and Cam didn't. And kind of works out in the wash. Anyway.
And there's Tiny.
Sure enough, Tiny Kong in the middle, no problem.
What do you know?
Nice and easy.
Who's
Now,
surprised? No one.
so now what do you do with Tiny? I guess you could check BFI, but there's not actually a ton to do at the moment.
Yeah, you haven't seen anything in shops to buy. You have Mini Monkey. So, I mean, you're going to check 5-door Temple with Donkey here. And then, yeah, you probably head out to BFI and then head into caves.
Seems good. Minnie's got more.
Get your last couple hints here as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. Get your hints. Get some coins for Tiny too. Minnie's got more use in caves. What do we got? All right, big hint. Castle CBs, key 3, key 5, key 8, DK rule. Okay, so that combines with coconut somehow. Is there a castle medal that needs coconut? It's not DK's. Oh, interesting. That also drops key 7 from our coconut hint. So coconut might be a more direct prerequisite of key 7.
Yeah.
But it's looking really likely. Like
Chunkies? No.
It could just be a free medal. Like it could be like Tiny's or DK's medal, and you just get like grab or something, and then take that to production.
It then leads into the rest.
Or strong con.
I was like, the only other thing that like coconut really locks is the tree, which gets you a balloon for Chunky, but
we need blast to turn up as well. Oh, well, the problem is that all this stuff is on the path to blast as well for Donkey K. Rool, so it's not the tree.
Yeah.
The other tricky bit is that we kind of need coconut to turn up soon, and we haven't found a key yet. So we need a key like now to do, or I guess it could be in caves too. But we're on the lookout for like an early key, probably like a key 1 or key 4, one of the unhinted keys.
Yeah, I mean, there really is nothing else to do in Aztec once you finish off this 5-door temple.
Ah, there's our answer. Cave shops. Key 1.
Yeah.
So key 1's our next stop.
Yeah, looks like Cam is going to get that hint door, and then we'll probably leave, collect the tiny bananas up in the tree.
What are we thinking? We are not catastrophizing well enough here. Snap's totally right. We gotta be thinking Check Legends. How do we fit the How do we just like shoehorn the Check Legends in here?
I mean, coconut has been hinted.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, that's the path right there.
Castle medals. Castle medals for another gun, and then we just keep cooking from there. Let the crazy hints roll in.
Key 7 just on Check Legend. Then that's why you need coconut.
Yep. Confirmed.
Yeah.
Lock it in.
Confirmed.
Okay, maybe not key 7.
Guaranteed.
I mean, it could be like key 3. That's also pretty reasonable. Key 5 is an interesting one because it locks 2 levels. So like it seems like this chain has to like wrap up sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Cam committing to getting the tiny medal here. Generic did not commit to this. So slight route change, and it's a melon slice.
A few extra coins for trouble, but he's probably out of here momentarily.
Yeah, you can get the 3 coins around the dirt, and then probably leave.
What's he thinking? Oh, did he not get the 2 warp? That's...
Ooh.
Whoops. Well, you like spawn here in the level, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, get some more coins here.
Collecting some chunky medals, or chunky coins.
Meanwhile, Generic doing
whereas if we look over at Generic, we're in caves.
Yep, some fancy flips to get on top of these cabins. They're a little bit finicky, but they're not too bad to get on top of. Yeah, DK64 moment right there.
Igloo Foolish. That's nice to read while in caves.
That is pretty nice. Japes Force Lobby's Foolish, Igloo Foolish. Pretty good. I guess that killed one of the Check Legends. That's... You hate to see it. Oh, rainbow coin, please! Alright, good enough. The first rainbow coin is everything.
Fairies.
Ooh, yeah, Cam remembering to check the BFI. Just a GB on the gift, but what's she got? What's in the box?
Pearl.
A pearl. All right. Well, hopefully we don't need that guy.
Surely that one pearl will not be needed.
Surely we can find a different pearl.
All right, there's the key.
Nice and simple. We don't have to go digging for Funky or for Cranky yet. Well, I guess we couldn't. It couldn't be on Cranky because.
Yeah, I was like, we knew it would not be Cranky because of just the fact that you kind of need that key to probably get to Factory.
Yeah, Cranky's in Factory and we're out of levels, so we couldn't get Cranky yet.
I mean, could have, but we would have needed to get like key 5 in here.
Nobody feeling frisky enough to try the twirl cut. That's a little ambitious right now, given that it's wildly unhinted.
Yeah, it's a little finicky. Like it's never the most fun trick to do.
I would not be surprised if some people just got this kasplat by the ice castle and then just immediately left. You can't do anything. You don't have Cranky, so you can't do anything there. I guess you could do. There is the Mini Monkey Cave by Cranky that you would be skipping, but the Igloo's Foolish. Maybe you want the
but you can also get more hints.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's
like
true.
You can go get the hint door by potentially by Igloo.
Yeah, right. A little bit too aggressive to just bail here, but I think it's at least in the realm of possibility.
Lanky bot and Castle. So that's probably Cranky probably selling him since we have the kind of combine with. Oh wait, oh no, because Coke or production room wasn't free, and if Cranky's there, so maybe not. Maybe you just get a free Lanky once you get Castle.
Nothing interesting on Cave's Cranky anyway.
Also, shoutouts to Generic Dude having the cursed Tiny Head Tiny.
Yeah, I don't know how the twirl gets you enough lift, but
Ooh.
I'm not going to question
it. Well, it was good to check the Mini Monkey Cave.
You don't want to bail here too early, I suppose.
Alright, got that very quick, too. It's always the worst when it's like the last one you kill.
And it's always the last one. Like, I don't know how it does it. It just...
Bongos.
Okay.
Which are needed for Key 8.
Yeah,
so
they are.
All that Coconut Castle CB's production room is likely more leading to trombone or whatever gets us up to production. Or not production, hell.
It could be like Blast gets you up there and that would combine with Donkey K. Rool, but remains to be seen, I suppose. Yeah. I think you're right. It's probably more likely a trombone angle.
Yeah, trombone might just be buried.
Which would imply no Lanky K. Rool, but we'll see.
Splat Hive Upper Tunnel?
Right? I think that's the further one.
Yeah.
Of the two. So we need to get to Japes now, whatever that means. Who knows? Where does Key 1 get us?
Galleon.
Oh wow, I was kind of expecting Factory.
I was expecting Factory. Galleon with no diving, no Cranky. Nice metal. How expensive is it? Exactly 5.
Beautiful.
Oh, well, that's why you need to go into Galleon. Galleon shops, path to Key 4.
Well.
And you know it's not going to be on Cranky.
Diabolical cop spawn right there. The hall monitor. He's watching.
Relatively equal luck in killing the crap from both Generic and Cam.
Tends to work out that way usually. Oh, averages and whatnot. That's math. Dangerous, I know, but that's math.
Who does math?
It couldn't be me.
It's the reason I'm an English teacher.
A wise choice.
Yeah, don't do math. Use a calculator.
Our teachers told us we never have calculators in our pockets. They were lying.
Yeah.
We knew all along.
We knew smartphones were coming.
Alright, so Galleon's basically just a pit stop to get Key 4, and then you're out of here. So where is it? Funky? Come on.
Yeah, it has to be Funky. We already saw Candy.
There it is. Put the key in the bag.
Find an extra banana on the way. You can also obviously kill the Kasplat on the cactus. So get a couple extra checks.
It feels like you're running into limits on how many GBs you have available, so you probably want to scoop up everything you can in case your next level high rolls.
Yeah.
Just as a hedge.
You
can't really do anything in Galleon either. Like, there's actually nothing to do.
Yeah, no, because you have no diving, no vines to get that upper Kasplat. You have Cam committing a bit more to caves, collecting some GB or some CBs.
Best thing you do in Galleon is like Kevin, but like he's way out of the way.
Yeah, I mean your spawn is in the hallway, so like you could save quit from here, and looks like Generic might be doing that.
You can go to the lighthouse too.
Level.
The lighthouse isn't too bad either. You gotta look at the dirt, and you get the top guy, and I think you get DK's medal too. Okay, so maybe Galleon isn't as bad as we thought.
You can because you can get into the lighthouse.
There's some action here, but it's definitely a little bit weak.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Dude, the cops are roaming in the caverns right now.
Little bro patrolling the halls, big bro patrolling the treasure chests.
The twins.
Yeah.
Twins are patrolling the treasure chest.
Oh, here we go. Taking our bongos into the rotating cabin. Cam did not want to leave caves without checking this. And
finding a white vial for his effort.
This would be big if it pulls a diving, because that's another level.
Yeah.
Like, what if factory's level 4?
I mean, it's possible. Yeah, this game feel real bad though if it's a bait vial.
Also, if it's diving, you'd have diving going into Galleon, which is like
so much more in Galleon.
That's way better. Maybe not a ton more, but it definitely is a lot better. All right, what is this? Moment of truth.
Ammo belt.
Never lucky. And
a GB. Did you get GB for the troubles?
Kevin, come on. Play nice, Kevin. Wow, Kevin sent him a mile. What the heck? Kevin's got hands today. Holy moly. So, unpunished for checking the rotating cabin, but that could have been something great.
Yeah, we do have generic up on the colored banana lead, 9-7 right now. So, a lot of that's just coming here into Galleon, getting a couple free ones.
Right, he's got the Galleon color. He's sort of
catch up.
He's in a sense ahead on progression at this point because Cam's not gonna do all the catch up in Galleon. Cam playing a little more thorough, not really getting rewarded for it, but it's the nature of the beast. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Oh, just missed that jump.
Yeah, nice try. Can't be too hasty on Whomp's Fortress. Haste makes waste. I can't believe they actually put Whomp's Fortress in this game, and it's just so much worse.
Yeah, hey, at least the camera somewhat works better. Not by much. Very little.
I think it's just because the walls are just like glue. You touch a wall and you just nope. You do not pass go.
Alright, don't need that dirt in the back lighthouse.
You're trying to finish off Donkey's medal, and then he's probably out of here. Off to, I guess, whatever level 4 gets us. A rainbow coin for the road is not terrible. Now we got some starting capital for each of our missing Kongs, which is nice.
Yeah, we got a couple rainbow coins, a nice vial on the dirt in front of Forest.
Okay.
And Castle.
Castle 4?
We're getting lanky. Is that 5-door ship?
Five-door ship path to key 8. Interesting. Huh.
Okay.
Castle level 5 makes a lot of sense. We did need to find this at some point. We've got the Way of the Horde in the library that you can kind of work your way into without Strong Kong. We're buying Lanky here. We're still kind of holding out hope that Factory's going to turn up, but I think Factory might be level 4 at this point. Might be diving on.
Factory might be 4. The diving. Oh, maybe in just Donkey Library.
So we actually did need to find Castle before this because something in Castle locks key 5. Okay, shut up, people. With what slam? That's new information. New information that we need blue slam to do anything in Castle. So I guess we're not going to the library yet.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is very true.
You people. We got piranhas in the chat. They're nipping at our heels.
Cabins 3, 5, 8, and Donkey Phase.
Did we find anything there? I don't think we did.
No.
We only found the bait vial.
Yeah, we found the bait vial. No one went into Donkey Cabin. Like the shooting cabin, which you could do out of logic right now.
Yeah, it would be
do.
Out of logic.
And that's also Coconut. I'm actually maybe a little surprised that we didn't see that.
Yeah, Cam check rotating cabin, but not shooting cabin. And he might be kicking himself when he gets into here. Cam with a much shorter Galleon trip has decided to skip the lighthouse area and is just moving right along.
Yeah, Cam has enough banana skin here, so makes sense. I mean, without diving.
Yeah, if you live in the world where diving is going to turn up, then you'll just move right along and not care. Okay, I definitely don't agree with not picking up the chunky CBs because it feels like
right.
Really got to be
We do
considering.
have Castle C. Was it? It was Castle CBs.
It's Castle CBs. You really got to consider the world where it's, if not Chunky's Metal, then maybe the boss. Our world definitely exists. I guess we'll find out. The mid-level castle spawn is pretty good. You can climb to start working on Tiny's Metal. Jared chose to drop down. Maybe he's like hoping to like find the slam before climbing. But
maybe buying Lanky as well, get him early.
But it's kind of looking like maybe you get like...
We know now Lanky is down in Funky Shop. So he's in the complete basement.
Oh man, this library is really ugly because logically we need 2 things from here. But practically we only need 1. So you might get the Strong Kong hinted. Okay, hang on. Hive Tunnel 5-8 Lanky Face? Wait, what?
Yeah, 5-8 Lanky. We also know that Kasplat's already way the Horde, so...
So much for our trombone theory. So now you need something for Key 8 that isn't for anything else, which would have to be like Monkey Port or Balloon at this point.
Balloon.
One of the 2. Can't be Blast to get up top anymore.
Yeah, we got Cam come into the climb, getting the tiny bananas.
Right, so the library is really ugly because there's 2 things we logically need, but only 1 thing we practically need. So you might follow your hints and just end up with Strong Kong and be like, well, shoot.
Boss store is only 94, so...
That's definitely doable with these 2 Kongs.
Yeah.
With these 3.
Well,
right?
3.
Yeah. Well, 3 is definitely doable, but I think it's doable with just Tiny and DK.
Yeah, you get so many for free for both of them. And you're about to buy Lanky.
True. He's down at Funky, I guess. He's got to be down here.
Yeah, he has to be.
Out of options. Alright, how much is it? What's the damage? Shared.
Alright, we got 4. We only have the silliest monkey friend left.
There's our Strong Kong on Tiny's Metal, so that's probably our hint. Unfortunately, it's not what we're looking for.
And we did just get Tiny Temple Path of Key 3 as well.
And there's Donkey Fibro Cabin hinted, so that is definitely where we need to go. Who knows where homing is, but we don't really care.
No. Yeah, so. When Cam finds that out, that like he was right there, he committed to the Bongos cabin and could have easily just gone right down to the shooting cabin. Probably gonna be kicking himself a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of get skipping it because you don't have homing, or because it's like a little bit out of the way, but you got Coconut hinted. I don't know, that's... If you're committing to the rotating cabin, I feel like committing to the shooting cabin also seems fine. I guess rotating cabin has 2 checks, so it's a little bit better.
Yeah. I absolutely understand the skipping, but it's gonna feel bad when you find out that info.
And Generic's seen enough. He's not even committing to Tiny's Metal. He's just leaving. He's just like, yep,
yeah,
I know this is where the Horde... I know I need this. This is very likely going to be something that gets me into the library. Or... Actually,
this might be the slam.
He doesn't even know it's going to get him into the library. He's thinking, like, maybe this gets me, like, Pineapple or something to work towards, like, Chunky's Metal or something.
Yeah.
And then,
I'm guessing slam here. And it was just back into potential back and forth.
Oh, there's our next Pearl. Or there's our free Pearl locked by Diddy. Alright, so we probably don't need BFI anymore.
And Cam got the ding as well for the boss.
Yep.
The worst part is going to be when you find Factory and it's going to be like 30-something GBs.
Oh, jeez.
40 GBs, because we have had just a low entry point so far.
It's definitely ramping, but probably not ramping too quickly. It's hard to say. Alright, so we're out of logic we're out of logic homing ammo for the shooting cabin here, but it's still doable nonetheless. It's not too bad. I kind of like this back shelf. This back shelf kind of makes sense.
Right?
I usually use the front shelf, but without homing ammo, using a shelf to just bonk all the guys on the level with your gun is really good. I think the flies just take forever to die, so it's fine.
Yeah. Oh no!
Wait, what?
He fell into the hole with the bee.
But what was that bee doing?
The bee was just taking forever to die.
DK64, what are you doing, man? What are we doing here? But why did the bee take forever to die? Like, what? Alright, whatever.
Yeah,
All's well
that
that ends well. Here's your diving or your slam or whatever. Cough it up.
Diving.
Oh, it's diving. Yep. Okay, so that now means
Now you have Donkey 5-door ship.
Yeah, Donkey
Going
5-door
down
ship
this
opens
path.
up. And 5-door ship is hinted to key 8. It could be diving, I suppose. But it could also just be like grab that gets you into production. The mermaid opens up. We are nowhere near the fairy count for that. That's not gonna happen.
Now we do have a boss check going on over on Cam's side.
The problem is I think that Strong Kong fits pretty well on Castle CB, so I'm not really sold on it being on the boss anymore.
Oh, me neither, but you never know. Something's here that's a big payout.
It's possible. It could be the slam is here. That would be kind of messed up. This could be one of those situations where your slam isn't hinted and you just kind of have to dig around to find it. And knowing that, I suppose, is a pretty good indicator.
Nope, just banana.
I think Cam's got a pretty good idea that, okay, yeah, this slam probably isn't hinted. Or if it is hinted, it's going to be in Donkey's 5-door cabin. I think Generic's probably got the right idea of, yeah, this slam isn't hinted at all. And he's hoping that this cabin is the slam. And it is not. Enjoy your ammo belt. A lot of options
What
now.
else do we have available to us?
We have the whole... The world is our oyster. With 4 Kongs and diving, we can do a whole lot. We can go into level 2 or level 4. We can take a look at that. Maybe that's factory.
That might be factory to get you. We have no idea where Diddy is.
Could be Japes. Actually, I think it has to be Japes because we need key 5. So yeah, level 4 has to be Japes now.
Yeah, level 4 has to be James. That gets you whatever helps get you to key 5.
Right.
Well, and there's Cam reading the caves Donkey door cabin.
Just wrong
There it
cabin.
is. Once again, that made sense of why to skip it, but it doesn't make it feel any better if you're Cam.
Unfortunate.
Yep, and there's James. 13.
Pretty good. So we get something for key 5 in here, just how we know it had to
Ooh,
be here.
and Lowlands is foolish.
That's kind of convenient. I mean, that might save you the trouble of, like, peeking the... Wait, what was that?
Oh.
What did Cam just get? Some on DK's medal? A funky pop-up. That's Strong Kong? No, that was
Homing.
Tiny's medal. That was
It was
homing?
homing.
Oh my god. That was homing.
Because I was looking at Cam's tracker trying to figure out what was doing. Yeah, homing. So that's what puts it in the logic.
Oh
so
my.
Diving's in logic.
Oh my god. Well, the annoying part is that kind of makes it homing is more likely to be the hinted item rather than Strong Kong now. Because that gets you diving, and diving is hinted to the same paths as whatever's on Castle CBs. So the Strong Kong library connection is now meaningless? Like, it probably doesn't mean anything anymore? That's just weird. Did we get a hive spawn? What the heck?
Yeah, we got Hive Spawn.
That's weird.
Alright. And there's Trombone.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's needed for Key 8.
Seems good.
Need for Lanky Face.
That's probably our hinted item.
So, 5-door ship. Maybe it's Lanky's 5-door ship. Has your balloon or port.
Well, what's in production then? I think 5-door ship might have your grab, and then
that turns on production for...
Or you like get like a triangle on like a splat in the base splat in production, and then take triangle to the 5-door ship or something weird. Couple options
Yeah,
there.
because you know that Trombone's also... Well... Yeah,
Trombone
just gets you 8, yeah.
Right, trombone and key 8 is a given, but diving plus trombone, possibly that's key 5. That would make sense. So like key 5 and like Lanky's 5-door ship. I like that. Where else? Where else might we look? It's pretty clear that key 3 is in Tiny Temple locked by diving.
Yep.
That fits pretty well. So with Mini Monkey and
we need a gun. Totem and Oasis, Path of Tiny Phase. That's probably that item we saw in the dirt.
That's our first Tiny Phase hint, so that's our feather hint. But if you find oranges, you can ignore it, so that's kind of interesting info. More info, more info.
Mushroom Exterior gets us 1 potion.
Nothing crazy there. I suppose if you find your way there and have Diddy, you can just rocket barrel around and scoop everything up, which is pretty nice. But Key 5 is the big mystery right now, because that gets us 2 more levels.
Ooh, there's another potion on the Lanky cage.
Ooh.
It's a purple one. Is that 2 purple potions?
Interesting.
Was there one on the tiny cage as well?
Didn't see the tiny one.
I was like, I barely caught it. It looked purple. Barrels.
Oh, that's nice. We need that. That's a free way of the Horde. You'll love to see that. Will not complain. Big pickup.
I was like, I want to see that tiny cage again. Because I mean, we know coconut's very important.
Right.
All of a sudden, you might just get a bunch of tiny moves.
What tiny moves matter here? Like, Monkey
I mean,
Port.
only really Feather, potentially Port.
Yeah, Monkey Port could matter. Feather's a little spicy, but if that were Feather, then Coconut would be on the path to Tiny K roll, so it's not Feather.
Saxophone could be.
Like, there's a bunch of like good moves.
Just or something.
There's like good moves, but like, what moves do you need, right? The only thing that we could need right now is Monkey Port. Maybe. We don't even know because we haven't even seen the Cremile pad. It might not even be Monkey Port. Oh, great. We got a Lanky Violent Japes. Cranky,
we got a couple moves that Cranky is selling.
He's selling 2 moves. That's a little spicy. As far as what we need for the end of the game, though, we're actually doing alright. I didn't even see that guitar because I guess Generic didn't go that way. Okay. Why not? Sure.
Yeah, no, that's new to us.
Hopefully he doesn't need that, because that's kind of awkward. Put that in an awkward orphany spot, but... Alright, we're going to the Lanky cage for that purple vial, so we're going to find out what it is. And maybe he'll go, like, in the other way. Get his guitar as well. He's decided he's done with rainbow coins, which I think is probably correct.
There's Port.
Wow, it is Monkey Port. That's pretty nice, if we need that. But ironically, I think because it's there, I think it's useless. Because,
yeah, but it's more likely that it's going to be Balloon to get us up.
Right, given how close we are to Key 8, and we still have 2 unresolved Key 8 hints, it feels more likely that it's now going to be Balloon that gets us to the top. So that Port probably needs nothing now. High five on
nice
the
double fairy picture taking happening.
High five on the fairy out of nowhere.
Yep. Rocket on the path of final tiny phase.
And nothing else, which basically tells you go back to like the Vulture race, go to the Kasplat on top of Tiny Temple.
Yeah, Oasis Totem,
Yeah,
because we got that already hinted for tiny phase.
It's screaming at you where your feather is, so that's we're kind of chilling there. So
yeah, so it also probably tells us that item on the dirt is that.
Yeah, we may not need Shockwave. Things are panning out pretty nicely here. That kind of solves Tiny K roll. We've got Lanky K roll solved. You gotta like unpack this Donkey K roll, which is just diving. Good luck. It's just diving. And yeah, no, just diving. Ugh. That's a wide net. But if you can solve that, you're pretty much good to go. Coconut to Key 7. We've got diving plus trombone for Key 5. That
also,
kinda...
just, yeah, Key 5 is kind of the other big one you need to figure out.
That's it. We don't need a lot more stuff, which is kind of crazy.
No. This might be a very fast... This might just
right,
be
you
a
said it,
race
you said
to
it, you said it, not me, not me.
GGs.
Not me. It wasn't me.
No, I'm saying it.
It's possible.
A new hint on campsite.
The stars are
Castle
aligning.
Colored Bananas, Key 8.
That's Strong Kong.
Yeah.
The big...
Yeah, so yeah, Homing and Strong Kong have now both been hinted.
The one that led you to diving is Homing. The one that led you to probably the library now is Strong Kong, which also means we still need a slam too. That seems pretty likely now. Unless there's like some step of the chain we can like skip somehow. Which I don't know how we get that at this point, but here we go. We'll find out.
Yeah, since we found Homing, seems kind of hard to skip a step at this point.
It's definitely looking like it's just a random slam that's unhinted as of yet. So finding the slam hint would be pretty good info wherever it is.
Generic thinking about where to go, gonna check the battle pad.
This one's super easy to forget. I forget this guy all the time. Don't forget your IL checks, folks.
It's just fair. We have not. No, we've seen all that. Yeah. I mean,
yeah. So
we
now
need Diddy. we need to find Diddy.
I don't think so. I think we just need to find key
Well,
5.
because you need the rocket barrel to potentially get your feather.
Well, sure, yeah, we'll need Diddy at some point, but the Diddy hint will turn up at some point, and it's probably just in a later level because we don't need Diddy right now. What we need right now is key 5, and
Oh, absolutely.
Cam has smelled it.
Which I would be going where Cam's going right now. I would be going and searching Galleon.
Trombone plus diving for key 5 makes perfect sense. We have a pretty good lead on key 3 in the Tiny Temple, but we don't really need key 3 right now, so we can just kind of like, whatever, punt on it.
We can't even get into Tiny Temple right now.
I know why Generic's thinking castle. Oh, nice cop. The hall monitor.
Well, got there.
That was really smooth. It looked a little choppy, but it was actually pretty good. Oh, so Cam has a bit of the lighthouse. That makes this even better. But... oh yeah, because you need to lower the water to get Lanky's 5-door ship.
Yep. Yeah, you need the diving as well as the trombone.
Well,
obviously you could get the crate at the bottom. You could do things like tiny sub.
well, you need to dive to like get into the 5-door ship.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I cannot believe he missed that balloon. These balloons have a mind of their own sometimes, I swear.
I guess Generic, coming back to Castle, remember Generic kind of skipped a lot of the colored banana stuff here. So probably coming back to do more of the colored bananas.
Right. He doesn't have Strong Kong or Homing. He hasn't gotten anything off the Castle Medal Reward, so he's like, oh, brother. What's going on here?
We are going to need at least one other gun as well to get into Tiny Temple at some point.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. And maybe whatever gun gets hinted will be helpful as far as our key 3 hint goes.
Well, we know where it is. I mean, if you get Diddy, you're likely getting Feather, which then gets you into Tiny Temple to get
True.
you
But then that means it's not the mini monkey room, so that you can actually skip that, which is kind of convenient. Because if it were the mini monkey room, Feather would be on the path to that as well.
Yeah.
So it ain't.
But then all of a sudden you might need Triangle, or you might need... no, you wouldn't need a slam. You maybe logically would need Grape.
It's very likely diving locked, so I'm not really worried about Triangle.
Yeah.
Unless Triangle is diving locked, at which point, alright, all bets are off. That's just rude.
It's either most likely the free item or Grape. Just the vulture shooting, which you don't actually need Grape. Creme Isle 1.
I don't think we've seen that yet either, which means maybe we're looking at something at the top of Creme. But it kind of looks like Balloon is like the last thing we're going to get in this seed. It's angling that way. I also don't know if we saw the sprint cage ever.
No, I don't believe either racer peeked to that. But there's the Strong Kong for Generic.
Diving in Galleon for Cam is also really good because he gets to scoop up all the hints. Okay, all but one of the hints. There's going to be a nice bit of info there. Although I suppose that lanky one wasn't very good. He doesn't have a pearl, but he's going to go talk to the mermaid just in case.
Yeah, might as well find out if you need it. You've seen one in the shop. You've seen one locked behind fairies.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting 7 fairies. Or
yeah,
6.
probably not. You're probably buying the one.
I don't think you're getting 6 fairies. That one's a little spicy. You'd much rather find Diddy first. Oh, okay, well. We'll never know. I didn't see it.
Nope.
I'm kind of hoping that it was just like a... It was like a on the screen for one frame. Okay, no, he didn't see it either. He's reloading.
Going back in.
I will not get got by the mermaid. Okay, GG.
Roll a banana.
We're good. Prices averted. There's a lot to do in Galleon, though. Like, the treasure chest is open. That's available now.
Yeah, lanky and tiny two-door ship.
Yeah, I really like all that. I mean, there's decent odds you just, like, find the slam here, too.
Yeah, I mean, you have the 5-door ship, Path Key 8. So, I mean...
I don't think that'll be Lankies, but it could be, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be donkeys.
Lankies feels like a much better lead for, okay, there's 2 more
Nice double parry.
Okay, we're... Alright, come on. We know the Pearl's dead, so...
Great 2-door ship.
Come on, game. Come on. Lock in. What do we got?
Factory donkey medal.
That is a completely bespoke bit of information. So, that's good to know. If you miss that hint, you're probably going to have a bad time. Tactical knockback from generic to make his climb easier. I love that. Just get bonked and then immediately tag out of it.
Alright, looks like we're getting the tiny sub check coming in here from Cam. And then probably into playing instruments on the cactus.
Sub into cactus, into 5-door ship, into treasure room, probably.
Treasure. Yeah.
Pretty good.
All routes together nicely for Cam. Yeah, there's the homing.
Jerk's homing ammo. He's like, are you kidding me? I did all this nonsense already.
Alright, blueprint.
I think it was possible for him to recognize he was out of logic for diving and be like, okay, so homing is probably just on a castle medal reward here. That's one of the hints that I have. I probably don't need to worry about that. Finding Strong Kong independently was nice, but not necessary, I don't think.
Generic is still avoiding Galleon. Going to Aztec.
Yeah, the Llama Temple is closed, right? So there's no way it's like the free lanky item. Yep, okay, we just got our confirmation. 5-door ship to key 5. It's 100% Lanky's 5-door ship now.
Yeah.
So even if you didn't know anything about Galleon, just going back to Galleon for your hint info is also good. You've got 4 hints you've got up to 4 hints you can get. I think in this case it's 3, and well, 2 of them weren't very good. The third one was pretty much cash money. Here's your key 5. Bang.
Yeah, I think, and what we're seeing from Generic is kind of just what Cam committed to on the first visits in both Castle and Aztec.
Right.
The medals.
Possibilities that could have been, but already got ruled out, so... Yeah. Cam has a much easier time picking out where he should go because he's ruled out enough other stuff.
Yeah, and now we got Generic going back to Galleon, who he has cleared out a bit more already, so he should kind of make up a little bit of that time.
Right, he doesn't need to go to the lighthouse at all. He's cleared that, so he's basically just going to run straight to the 5-door ship, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it needs to go lower the water. Get the... Oh, not lowering the water. Going straight to treasure?
That's also totally fine. You might think he needs to find a slam, which it kind of... If you're thinking the library is your answer, you're really on the hunt for a slam. But we'll see. Is this DK's? This is DK's. I think... So this is... We're kind of suspecting that maybe something good is here, too.
Yeah.
Indeed. What do we got here? This could be path to key 8. So this could be like a grab for production. This could be a slam for the library. That would be weird, but possible. I don't think it's likely to be your balloon. It'd be very surprising. Grab for production. All right.
Makes sense.
So... Cam with key 5 in his pocket is pretty happy with that. Generic without key 5 in his pocket is less excited to see this grab.
Yeah. Generic had already opened up Donkey 5-door on that first visit, so obviously getting that grab basically at the same time. Right, Cam using our friend on guard to just, get up here without needing the water raised.
Mind the gold tower, Kasplat. That guy can ruin your life. We're good. Nothing good up there. And doesn't even care about the balloon tower. I mean, that makes sense. I think balloon is probably just the end of the seed.
Yeah, no, you
balloon or blast.
likely have figured that out at this point. So.
Diving being your only hint, the blast makes you pretty much you pretty much have to check the treasure chest here. It'd be crazy not to. Because blast could be in here. Like, this is like the single most likely location for blast to be, actually.
It might just be right there in that middle clam.
Or that's
that's...
Give me a slam. Slam me?
Sniper.
That's not good. Okay. Maybe.
That's not what you want to see. At all.
There's not a lot of sniper checks, but now it opens up the door to, like, coconut plus sniper, which is a couple spots. Actually, just one. Given that, given that you're looking for blast, it's exactly one spot. It would be Helm Lobby. Interesting. I guess we'll just have to keep it in mind. We'll keep Helm Lobby in the back of our minds for a while. There's a possibility for blast. Thinking.
Raising the water back up.
What for, though? Oh, he wants a Lanky's medal before leaving? Okay, wow, very thorough.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that from Cam so far. Very thorough on the medals, so...
Yeah. It's just a generally slower pace in Season 4, so you can afford to be a little more thorough. You can afford to take your time and be like, okay, well, I should probably, like, take a moment, get this medal, commit to this, just in case something funny happens, especially with all these diving hints. Getting all your galleon medals actually seems pretty reasonable. Like, if diving could easily be on the path to basically any galleon medal. Galleon lobby, too. This is foolish, actually, so this is just density, but it's pretty fast.
Yeah, just potentially just wanting to get the GBs as well at this point, needing to get to 64.
Gotta get the 64. I'd be a little bit worried about factory being expensive. You've got 4 Kongs, and actually not that much utility, but... Anyway, time to figure out what galleon or where factory is. There's a level 6. Where's a level 7?
Alright, we are going to get to see what's on the top of the balloon tower over on generic side.
That's our first look at the Caves lobby dirt, which is kind of funny. And it's level 7. So 4s we don't really care about, but... Oh,
Banana Horde dirt, we need Shockwave.
Whoa. We need Shockwave and Vines. What?
Out of nowhere, that dirt coming in.
Alright, that's a haymaker if I've ever seen one. Oh my god. Oh. 2 completely unrelated moves are now way of the Horde.
Also, yes, level 7 factory with production hinted. Don't forget, that now means potentially 2 slams.
Or it's the Kasplat, and then your slams are unhinted, and you're back in misery. But now you need every hint you can get, because everything just blew up on you.
Factory medals 1. We also saw a rainbow coin on the apple.
What a plot twist. Oh my god. Oh, you're buying that for sure. Give me that. Give me that. Oh, it's Vines. Oh, bless.
Okay, so there's one of the things needed.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Funky.
That one hint just threw this seed. Like, it was like, oh, this seed's kind of just cruising.
I was, okay.
Bad. All of a sudden, Banana Horde dirt.
I was a little suspicious of, like, factory donkey medal getting hinted, because I was like, I have no idea what that could possibly be for. That's just, like, an unrelated item. And now that we have 2 unrelated items turn up, it kind of... That tracks. Now, that tracks. So, it's possible that, like, factory donkey medal has your Shockwave. And you take that to the Horde dirt to get... Balloon? Could be Balloon. Well... No.
Oh, there's so many vials on dirt.
Actually, yeah, it could be the slam. Oh dear.
We have seen so many vials on dirt.
That's true. That's pretty troubling. Besides the Way of the Horde one that just got hinted, we've seen 2 other vials.
Yeah, we know likely the Aztec. Well, we've seen 3. Because we've seen Aztec Oasis, we just saw Forest Mills dirt, and we've seen outside of Forest Lobby.
I didn't even see the mill dirt.
Yeah, Cam just went by.
Oh my god. Another one?
Yeah, but we basically know the mill, or not the mills, the Oasis Totem dirt is likely nothing really needed unless we get another Oasis Totem hint.
Well, there's our, is that a vanilla spawn? Huh. Neat. Is this even randomized?
Yeah, vanilla spawn.
Didn't even notice that. Nice try, or a nice, yeah, nice triangle out of the mills. I don't think we need that, but that's nice. That's our 4th instrument.
4th instrument and 1 gun.
Sometimes it'd be like that. Where's Diddy? Where's our Diddy
We
hint?
still don't know.
We don't even have a hint for Diddy.
Nope.
I think Cam's checking his notes like, where the heck is Diddy? What is he doing? He's lounging about somewhere.
He's being silly.
Propped up in a hammock. Sipping a marg. Living his best life. We need you, man.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe he's up in hell.
Okay, well that'd be a little unnecessary. Oh god.
The Kuiper special.
I think we can rule that out because of all the key 8 hints.
Oh, we absolutely can, but it'd still be funny.
I'm taking a long think that I'm going to charitably assume is not a bathroom break.
Yeah, this is just kind of that point where you're, and especially because Cam is the one with the info. So it's just like, what? All of a sudden, everything just got thrown away.
Generic pushing for Chunky's medal. I don't think Cam got this one. I think
because Cam did not go into C6 ship.
Yeah, you have to go into the sick bay in order to get that. And here's the last 15 for him, so this will be nice. Maybe this turns into like blast or something. That'd be like a huge pull.
Nope, just blueprint.
Blueprint. Can't complain about GBs though. Oh, we're so back. Frankie and Forrest. I don't suppose this guy's a vial too. Right.
Nope.
Got away with one this time.
Frankie also has like 3 vials at this point.
Just 2. Just the 2, I think, but it is a little scary.
We've seen Aztec, and we've seen.
Ugh. There's a world where it's cranky in production, and then that just blows your seat up. We've got a lot of blow your seat up moments here, so who knows. Brab hinted you gotta have a look at that guy. Just a fairy on the conveyor belt. See ya.
Yeah, I mean, that grab is likely just for production.
It's just prod, yeah. Like, it seems pretty likely, but Red Slam prod is a whole different beast.
Gross. Lanky Vulture shooting. So that's where key 3 is.
That's very likely our key 3, which is fine. But that means
so Grape is technically needed.
So Grape is going to end up way the Horde somewhere that you don't care about. Amazing.
That might be what's in Donkey Library.
No, because I think Strong Kong is only hinted at key 8. So there's the 5-door ship info for generic, so he's off to the races. Junk in the sprint cage. Unlucky.
Coconut, homing, diving.
I don't suppose our 1 vial in Crime Isle is on the dirt, wouldn't you know it?
Alright, add it to the dirt items.
Oh my god.
So yeah, because we know Banana Horde also has some.
Banana Horde has something, Cabin Isle has something, the Oasis has something, and the Mills has something. That's our 5th dirt patch that has something good.
Yep. Yep, confirmation it's Balloon.
And confirmation you can't get into factory because you didn't get the hint there. So we're going to see how expensive this factory is. Generic actually has more GBs, so he might be able to get in. It's a 2 GB difference.
29.
And it's exactly enough. Oh, Cam is about to get wrecked here.
Oh, and we just got Castle Battle Arena. Yep, Greenhouse. So that's another thing locked by Slam.
Another Slam locked item. But
that could be the Grape.
That could be the Grape. That could be...
Oh, Cam wants this to be a banana. Nope, a Rainbow Coin.
I don't think it would be another Slam. Because if one Slam locked the other, then you would get some... Well, no, if both Slams are necessary, then they would both be hintable. So maybe that is the other Slam. That's possible, I guess. Screw it.
Yeah,
we're going to factory.
That's annoying for Cam to have to go turn in a blueprint.
Single blueprint, or play this one minigame, or just kind of hope that this pad gives you one. I think it actually does.
I was like, I thought it was a fairy.
It's a fairy. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, a little unlucky, but it's fine. He's got plenty of progression done elsewhere to make it work.
Diddy by the Battle Arena in Castle.
Wow! So Diddy is Slam locked.
Diddy also just got back-to-back hinted, essentially.
Oh, all right.
Away the horde into the specific Diddy hint.
I guess I kind of forgot that we were still looking for Diddy, so that's pretty good that you put Diddy there. Oh man, yeah, these slams are definitely not hinted. There's no way, which kind of means you probably don't need red slam, which makes me think it's just the Kasplat in upper production for our production item, which is good.
Aztec shops for balloon.
Oh,
so that's the cranky.
Okay.
Cranky leads to balloon.
So cranky's in prod, right?
Yeah.
So cranky's in production. We got grab, we got coconut. I guess we can go get him. We can just finish our key A path, which is kind of crazy. We'd be all set. And generic is likely to do that.
There's a move locked by balloon.
I think you don't do that. Okay, Cam doesn't need to do it.
Yeah,
but
generic is skipping it. Generic thought about it for a second and probably realized, wait, I don't really need this.
Generic might need to do it. I don't think Cam does it because I think Cam has the knowledge that Cranky is probably on the Kasplat in prod and doesn't need to worry about it too much. But I don't think Generic knows that. For all Generic knows, it could be Cranky's double slam lock.
But it's still the logic of balloon is so late.
What the heck? Main aisle key 7.
Main aisle 7.
Our only hint is coconut. Is that
got nothing on main aisles?
Is that key 7 on?
Oh, on the dirt.
The horde dirt.
The horde dirt. Yeah.
Okay, so then Shockwave has to be coconut locked then, because Vines was free. So where's Shockwave?
Could be right here.
I guess, but like, wow. Well, no, that'd be grab lock too, and grab is not hinted to key 7.
Oh yeah, 5 shift, only key 8. Yep.
We're getting some diabolical hints here. We're getting some twists and turns at the end of this seed. Maybe this isn't even the end, this is the back half, I guess.
Homing's not... Well, where was that sniper again?
The sniper was the treasure chest.
There was treasure chest. Diving is not path key 7, so it's not sniper tree.
I guess there's enough uncertainty that you probably should do this potion, but I don't think this potion is likely to be anything that's balloon locked. I don't think so.
Welcome to bonus.
It's interesting that it's Cam that's doing it.
Yeah.
Forest colored bananas foolish. That's nice.
That is pretty nice. It just narrows your search space marginally.
this little croc is just running from Cam.
That guy is, oh my god, he's got the jukes.
Yeah. He did not want to die today.
Right, is our last hint here or is our last hint in production? Our last hint is here.
Caves to mine. It's foolish.
Not another not so great hint because the last thing we need there is like the painting room or the mine cart, which doesn't really tell us too much. I feel like we can comfortably roll those out. What is this item?
GMP.
Yeah, I don't think we need charge.
No, but that does help eliminate a couple things. So it's not the worst to get that info.
Problem with charge is that it usually pairs with something else, and we don't have anything else to pair it with yet. It pairs really well with Peanut and sometimes with Guitar. I guess it pairs with like Rocket Barrel.
It does take Tower out of likely having Feather.
Oh yeah, that confirms it's not there, so that's good. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can get Feather as soon as we get Diddy. I'm not super worried about that one.
Yeah.
Like
it just helps.
We can get Feather as soon as we get Diddy. We can get Key 3 as soon as we can get into the Tiny Temple. Any one of 3 guns would, or any one of 4 guns would get us in there and get us Key 3.
Yeah.
It's hilarious that we don't have any of them.
Which, once again, if you get Diddy, you're likely getting Feather, which then gets you in for Key 3.
Oh my god, this is a doozy. There's so much we know, but there's so much we don't know. These factory hints have been crazy. Alright, up you go. I think the Kasplat has our Cranky. I think that's pretty likely.
Oh yeah, and Strong Kong. We haven't solved the Strong Kong. Well, no.
That's the library.
Yeah, Strong Kong for 8. So Cranky might just be in the Crusher room.
Oh, that would fit pretty well too. That's actually probably way better. Yeah, I actually like that a lot. And generic's running right there, so I picked up on that faster.
Still weird because we still have
Castle Donkey Metal. Hold.
There's Shockwave.
There's Shockwave. I forgot about that. All right, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Donkey Metal was hinted. That was Way of the Horde.
Okay, he's not in a Crusher. That's a little bit alarming. So this
fits...
fits...
Strong Kong still has to be for library.
So this fits pretty well with Coconut to Key 7 if we put Key 7 on the Horde Dirt, because that's probably a Coconut-locked Factory Metal. Yes, it always needs Coconut. So, perfect. That explains that perfectly.
Yeah, now it's likely just the Kasplat up here has Cranky.
He better. let's leave it at that. He better at this point. Otherwise, we're on the hunt for 2 slams. Alright, so... Thing is, though, Generic has no clue where Vines is. He has no idea that Vines is just on a shop in Forest. So, he's going to be real scared. Cam is going to pick up his Shockwave and be like, hooray, this is good. Now, the ugly thing is that Shockwave is only Way of the Horde hinted, which means it could be pathed to a bunch of other stuff. So it could be one of our other 4 vials off of Shockwave.
Yeah, luckily
one of them could be a slam.
Quick and easy to get, so...
I think it's decent odds that one of those 4 vials we've seen is a slam on dirt. Question is, which one? Alright, so Cranky. We need Cranky right here.
No! We need 2 slams for Cranky!
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Alright, go, start.
Oh, agony. Oh, pain.
Start doing all the dirts.
Oh, double slam.
Find your slams in the dirts. They're stand. That's not it.
That's just a kick in the teeth.
Oh, man, this seed just somehow gets worse.
It just, and then it got worse. Oh my god.
It was looking so simple.
No,
and then it's just like, nah.
Brother, go to the prison, brother. Go to the prison. Alright, that's our Cabin Isle dirt. 1 down. He's going to the Oasis dirt now.
There's potentially 2 slams under dirts.
Yeah. Yeah. That's messed up.
Like, there's
you can also
potential both slams are dirt locked.
I think you also have to put a slam in the library now.
There's Grape.
There's Grape!
That gets you key 3.
Okay, so that's Coconut the key 3 because it got you Grape, but I guess Diving gets you there too, so that's fine. Oh my god. Alright, two more dirt vials. 1 in the mills and 1 in the prison. I would not call that bait.
That's a slam. That potentially gets you the slam on, like another slam in library.
Yeah, I think you have to put 1 there because we're running out of Strong Kong uses. And we need Strong Kong to lead to key 8 somehow. If it's not the Crusher Room...
Well, we know library's Way of the Horde.
Oh, true. Yeah, and that's why I think it has to be a slam. Something for key 8 in the library, which would be the slam. And then your other slam is... Well, or no. Your other slam would be... Buffering.
The Cam having to double look at that coin.
You're like, what?
Expecting to see Cranky.
No! Give me that! So then your other slam would be one of the other 2 dirt patches? It's gotta be, right?
There's key 7.
Okay, but Cam has Shockwave and Vines. I think this is key 7. No, this is key 3 on the Vulture.
Oh, wait, yeah. Sorry, not key 7, yeah. We're looking at both keys potentially on the screen right now.
I think this key that Cam is running to key 7 right now.
Yeah, Cam's running to key 7.
This could be the slam. This could be a slam as well, actually. It doesn't have to be key 7.
Yeah, key 3. Key 7.
But it is key 7, so we're good.
There's all our keys.
Very nice.
Another pearl.
Hello. That's pearl number 3, I think.
Generic has not talked to the mermaid, so get in the pearl.
Fair enough. You never can be too safe with those pearls. We'll sneak up on you. Alright, Cam, which dirt patch has your slam? I think that's what he wants. I think if he gets that, he'll be a happy camper.
Yeah, I mean, we still have Mills and the back of the prison that we have not seen.
Yeah, so Generic is now checking... Well, you might want to look at that Caves Lobby dirt. Nah, he doesn't care. I think this is his first forest visit.
Yeah.
That hint yet, Chief? Yeah,
There's
that's
the Banana Horde hint.
Yeah, that's the Mind Smasher hint. Oh, okay, buddy, that's not the dirt you think it is. You don't have vines.
Orange throwing.
Okay, that's kind of toxic.
I mean, we don't need feather anymore.
Yeah, so I guess we don't have to worry about that. It's a little toxic, just a little bit. Last call is the Mills dirt. So, Generic was on his way to forest and then bailed, which is unfortunate because he might have found it there.
And then just realized it does not have vines. Here, vines is so easy to forget because you don't use them anywhere.
There's very few uses for vines. It used to be so impactful to get across Helm Lobby that it was always in the back of your mind, but now that that's not the case with Warp 1 pre-activated in Helm Lobby, you could just kind of forget about it.
And gonna head back to forest now.
All right, fortunately,
you're gonna see a double forest here.
So the prison dirt for oranges is nice, but not necessary. We have a really strong lead on where Feather is, so it's not like it's gonna be a big problem if he's short one. You can basically just run directly at Feather.
Random hunky chunky.
Probably garbage. All right, forest for Generic. It's time to figure this out. I think Cam needs to go to forest 2. Makes the most sense to me.
Heading back to Aztec. Oh, I guess the Cam has not gotten the dirt in Oasis.
Yeah, I think this dirt makes more sense too, but I think you also want to leave this one for last. Just in case you find, like, some way to get into Tiny Temple and you can combine that with the trip. It just so happens that this is a way into Tiny Temple and it works pretty well. So here's Generic's Vines. He might actually take this and leave immediately, which would be a little bit awkward.
Yeah, great. We're going to see Cam go in, get his last key. And we still need 2 slams to buy Balloon. Come
on.
To get the helm.
Alright, he does not... Alright, Generic is not a fan of Funky here.
You know, I don't blame him. We never saw this dirt in the bean. Looks like there's a banana up there.
The bean is dead. Long live the bean. Yeah, like, getting those oranges is definitely faster than digging up your feather, but it's not going to stop you from finishing the seed. It'll just slow you down. So it's not, like, disastrous to leave the prison dirt behind.
Yeah, that you don't get a huge advantage of it, because we basically know where feather is.
It's like a minute or 2. If it's like the Vulture race, it's more, but...
It can't be Vulture race, though, because of where Chimpy was. Right?
It can't be the, It can't be the Gong Tower, but it could be the Vulture race.
Alright, and here's the Mills dirt.
This better be a slam. If this isn't a slam, we're in trouble.
Slam.
Oh, we got the slam. Alright, we're good. Crazy slam position. Now, Cam has seen that dirt, so he is definitely going to scoop that up in a minute, but Generic is probably very glad he didn't leave now, because now he's got action in Castle. You can go to the library, hopefully pick up another slam. You can go pick up Diddy off the arena there. I think that slam is enough to make me leave, because I feel like everything falls into place from here.
Yeah. Yeah, that slam is big. We're going to see, Cam likely head to forest now.
You just run at the potions.
Cam will be able to just pick up that slam and leave.
Do you even get Diddy? That's a great question.
You have to buy the balloon from Cranky.
Ah, yes. That is a Diddy potion purchase. That is unfortunate. Yeah, you do have to get him. If it were not Diddy purchasing, then yeah, you can actually skip him. Even if Diddy could have gotten you feather, you got oranges, you're fine. Well, okay. Another reason leaving early would be a little premature. You still got to get the 64. That's kind of looking like the more pressing question right now.
Yeah, but it's like I was like, it makes sense for Cam to leave.
He's cleared enough of forest. He's not super interested anymore.
Yeah,
which is fine. I feel like there's still more to do, and let's look at how close these guys are. Cam's at 42 plus 8 blueprints, so he's at 50 right now. Generic is at 41 plus 10 blueprints, so he's at 51. Very close.
Yeah, so honestly, their numbers are both good, so I don't think you have to do super deep full clears.
Yeah.
Especially knowing you're going to get cranky and could just rush a couple shops.
That's true. Rushing shops isn't like that fast, though. You have to kind of jump between worlds and...
Yeah, I mean, you're likely picking up a few away. So you might just have to like go to like one of the shops that like you noted that potentially just has like 3 GBs in it.
Coincidentally, Aztec is probably one of the best spots for that. Like running around with Rocket Barrel in the hub is probably like some of your best GBs. Well, actually, wait. With no crates, it's a lot worse. Maybe? I don't know.
Okay.
Oh. We're kind of bearing the lead here. Where's Blast?
We do still need Blast.
We do still need Blast, and our only hint is diving. So maybe you do a
this is
really thorough... you do a really thorough galleon clear.
Yeah, because you had Coconut, homing, diving.
And Coconut and Homie got you diving. So it's just diving, basically.
I mean, it could be back in Japes, right? Level 4?
No, it wouldn't be path to anything in Japes. The diving is assumed for Japes access. So it'd have to be something that actually explicitly needs diving. It could be a bonus barrel for diving. It could be a diving bonus barrel.
God,
or
if it's a
random
random bonus barrel that needs diving.
That's heinous. That would be horrible.
That is so gross.
That would be real ugly. Fortunately, you can like look at bonus barrels and know that no, I don't need to do this. So like maybe that balloon bonus barrel we were talking about earlier is actually worth doing just to see if it's diving locked.
We saw that already.
Yeah. That was charge garbage.
Yeah, that was charge.
All right, Diddy. Hello. We have the full Kong set, and they're getting it like a minute apart, which is kind of crazy. Okay, not even a minute.
Yeah,
like
Vin Diesel present.
Like 10 seconds apart.
1 hour and 11 minute mark.
All right, synced up here. What's the difference between them? Guitar for Cam. That's not super impactful.
Guitar and charge for Cam.
And Hunky as well. I can't believe Generic missed Guitar. Guitar is like not in a hard spot to get. I don't know how we got away with that one.
Some slight progression in various level difference, but pretty even over.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Maybe there's like a knowledge difference. Maybe Cam got more of the forest hints. Maybe not. Yeah, there's still an owl tree hint you could go get if you were trying to like desperately pull the info on the blast, but it's definitely blast is the scariest thing left.
Yeah. You're expecting to just get a slam hit.
Hopefully it's a slam. If this is like...
Which then you could take back to production, which then also just get you a lot of production for some GBs as well.
It's worth noting it's not red slam for blast, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just... Okay, so what is it not? It's not trombone. It's not grab. It's not cranky or anything off of cranky. It's not strong Kong. It's not rocket. That's it. It's not
So
feather, I guess.
Could be Altry locked.
Yeah. Grape was shockwave.
Yep, there's a white vial.
Okay, so this better be the slam.
There it is.
We're good. All right.
So
Slam 2.
Right, head to factory.
Head to factory, pick up Cranky. But the problem is Cranky is not going to get you blast. So where's blast? It has to be diving locked. We have not... We don't... We need an explicit answer for diving to blast. What has diving gotten us? How about that? It got us grab, but we know it's not grab. It got us sniper. Could be a sniper lock, which would be horrifying, but that would be exactly one check in Helm Lobby. Put blast there. Pray.
It could be that.
That could fit. It's very scary, but it could fit. It could be like any bonus barrel ever, which is terrifying.
Because you know it's not the tree, because you need blast, which is your other big.
Balloon's not path to blast? Ooh,
one.
yeah, with balloon not path to blast, that would be a problem, wouldn't it? Because then balloon would be on the path to Helm Lobby. So yeah, it's not there. So yeah, diving. It's just all in the diving, and we've seen a lot of... Okay, it's chunky prod, nice and easy. We've seen a lot of Galleon, but not all of it, so it's possible there's more. Where else might be diving? It's not the Llama Temple because we need Blast to get in. Okay, well that worked out for Cam pretty nicely. Quick ejection. Tiny Temple's the other big diving area.
But we've seen that.
Yeah, we have, and it's not any of the diving checks there.
Except for the mini monkey.
It can't be that one, though, because then Feather would be on the path to it. If we pull Feather off of the Oasis and Totem area, then... Well, okay, yeah, no, we have to. It can't be. Because it's not Rocket either. So... It's just gotta be in Galleon somewhere, right?
The Oasis and Totem, yeah. Oasis and Totem, Grape. Could Grape lead to Feather? And we were just assuming it was a direct Feather?
It's gotta be diving.
But Rocket also led to that.
Yeah, no, Rocket has to lead to Feather, and because we have Rocket, that sort of eliminates Feather from anything else.
Well, I mean, it could be Owl Racing.
Oh, like, there's more things it could eliminate, but it always eliminates Feather at the end. The generic not having oranges has to go dig for it really quickly. He'll probably find it pretty fast, probably on the Owl Race, or the Vulture Race, looks like.
Yeah, but...
Alright, here's his balloon.
Yeah, it has to be balloon.
Good.
Yeah, balloons, that gets you up to Helm.
Cam working on just GBs now, which kind of makes sense too, but Blast is really freaking me out. It's got to be diving somewhere. It could be a minigame, and there's a couple minigame bonus barrels that are just floating around randomly, like a couple in Forest.
Have we gotten a potion off Main Isle?
Yeah, we just got,
Because Stand was in front of Forest Lobby.
We got Hunky on Main Isle. What are you thinking Main Isle for?
Just, we knew there was one potion there.
That's Creme Isle that there's one potion, and that's the oranges in the,
Now we got a Main Isle hint as well.
There's a Creme Isle hint.
Oh, Main Isle was 7. Main Isle was
Main Isle was 7 for the key.
That was the hint I was thinking.
Alright, tough pull here. It's just diving to Blast is the best you got. And I think the only thing that makes sense is just digging through Galleon.
Yeah, so here's Feather. Likely on Vulture Race.
Yep. Nice to have, but definitely not going to be necessary. Because it's not path to anything else. Diving. It's stuck in my head. Other horrible options include... No, it can't be the tree because that would need Blast. There's a couple diving medals. Jape's Lanky medal? Nah, that doesn't fit. No,
could
no
it
way.
be a different sniper check? Like you need peanuts for like Diddy dungeon?
Well, then at that point you're looking for anything. And if you have to tie diving in somewhere, so you have to pull.
Yeah, but diving led to sniper.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it could be something sniper along.
Yeah,
that's not just coconut.
Then you have to pull peanuts randomly. I guess you could hope that your other potion off... Well, no, it can't be your other potion off Cranky because it's not Cranky. Ah! I feel like Galleon Diddy medal feels pretty good here. You haven't had Diddy forever. All you gotta do is just go take a swim.
Yeah. Diddy Dungeon is also Vines locked, but Vines was just kind of there.
Yeah, Vines is not hinted.
Yeah.
That is a random Vines in factory shops.
Vines was just Forest shops.
Or Forest shops, yeah. Maybe you do get the potion on Jape's Cranky just to eliminate something else, but it doesn't feel that good to do that.
I mean, Jape's also not a bad spot just to get more GBs.
Alright, Generic on the hunt. Where's he going? He is picking Forest. I don't hate this. There's a fair few bonus barrels
It's one of the
here.
dentist, plus Grape, like, locking Owltree could still maybe lead to something.
Well, there's another hint there. He might not have cashed all his hints yet, so he's not going to check there. I would
Well, we haven't even seen Top of Mushroom. We also know there's one potion in exterior.
One potion in the exterior is true. Yeah, that could be big.
So you could just hunt that one potion. There's not that much in exterior.
I also want
We're
to
actually seeing both, it looks like, going.
Yeah, follow your scouring hints. You know a potion is here, so it makes sense. And you can get it. I would kind of want to see inside the tiny bonus barrel.
What if it's a diving minigame on the rocket barrel?
It can't be, because it's not rocket. So we can rule out that one, but we can't rule out the tiny bonus barrel inside the mushroom. That's what I want to see.
Well, there's a potion. It was punch.
It's punch, and that's probably not going to do it too.
Could be one of the lanky minigames. Could have a diving thing at the top.
That would put O-Stand. That would fit, because O-Stand was Shockwave locked.
Yeah.
Shockwave is Coconut locked. Give me Force Tiny Metal. How does this fit? It doesn't. Never mind. Forget about it. Alright, here's our hint, though.
Oh, there's the slam hint.
There's the slam hint. That's a very rude slam hint. The slam hint is functionally locked by Diddy, because are you really going to climb the mushroom?
Forest-colored bananas are dead as well. So
are you really going to climb the mushroom? Like, come on. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can figure out. Alright. Calculator, go away. We're not looking at Forest anymore. Let's look at Galleon. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every Galleon medal under the sun needs diving. Amen. Yes, sir.
We're not hitting the lanky switch.
Alright. Hint.
Galleon Diddy medal.
Boom! Who called it? Who called it? Who called it? Oh. Ooh. Ooh! That's one of my better pulls. That's sick. There's our blast.
I'll laugh if this isn't blast, though.
It better be blast now. No, everything's running on it.
It's something else.
I just put my whole reputation on this one. You need peanut? No, you don't. There's a couple ways to do it.
Oh yeah, there's enough.
Diving peanut is one way. Coconut diving rocket barrel is one way. Coconut diving guitar is a third way. And Cam's got the third. Well, he's got the second and the third, which is why it's only diving on the path. And maybe coconut as well, I don't know. Whatever. Just give me blast. Give me blast and we're home free. Cam at 51 GBs with 12 in his pocket, so he's at 63. He'll dump it, just go to Helm.
Yeah, and just hope to pick one up on...
You can pretty reliably pull one out of Helm.
Yeah.
And Generic's on his way to get his hint, and we're going to have a race into Helm. Boom. That's exactly what you need. Get out of here.
Generic does need a bit more on the G, though.
He doesn't have guitar, so he can't rely on the 5-door ship. He's got to go do the rocket barrel shenanigans that Cam is doing right now. Although I guess you probably want to do these anyway. There's 40. Last 10 are over by Cranky in the caverns. Go, go, go.
Also, potentially, can just buy for Cam his last banana right here. And it's blast.
It's blast. Big time.
Nope, doesn't even look. Just going.
Not worried. Is Generic looking for GBs? He's at 48 plus.
Yeah, Generic's a little lower on GBs.
This will be 49 plus 10. Yeah, 59 is a little too much to gamble on Helm for, so he's probably gonna have to like look at a shop or two and scoop some stuff up. I guess you have Upper Creme to gamble on. Gambling on 4 GBs is a lot. That doesn't feel great.
Yeah, probably checking Cranky shop here, picking that up.
You need to see like 3 GBs here to like make it
No,
work.
it's a move.
Unbelievable. That could have been a slam this whole time. Oh, no. Well, no, it couldn't because Cranky's red slam locked, but... Oh, my God. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Oh. This seems okay to go. And then with this, he'll gamble on 4 in Helm. If he full sends.
4 in Helm.
Helm,
Plus,
yeah, plus top.
Perry at the top.
Yeah. And the Kasplat in the lobby. There's a lot to gamble on. You don't have a lot. You only have 3 instruments, so your gamble's pretty bad. That's definitely a spicy pull, that's for sure. But Cam's going straight into Helm, and he's definitely going to make it, so pressure's on. Get going. Maybe Lanky Metal? Man, that Galleon Lanky medal that Cam got earlier. Look at that. Look at that, it came back.
Alright, and yeah, we got Cam heading to Helm.
What a seed. Quite the twists and turns. And we balloon
that
up.
One hint that just all of a sudden was like, hey, just the dirt in the back, so you need shockwave, and you need all these slams. Made the seed interesting. But yeah, there's 64, so that's full go mode for Cam.
The majestic balloon rise. Oh, I guess Generic didn't have his Diddy medal yet, so he's not going anywhere. Can't leave too quickly.
And even we'll get the 20 below, and then just the 10 on the rocket barrel. Over in the lighthouse. Alright, so there's 2 GBs for sure for Generic.
I could really see a world where somebody goes all in on just scouring Galleon for stuff and pulls blast off of Galleon Diddy medal. I could see that world. I feel like
you got Diddy so late though as well.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, your info is diving, and you know it's not Tiny Temple. It basically has to be in Galleon somewhere. So if you just scour Galleon with whatever you have, I feel like your odds are pretty good to find it. And Galleon Diddy medal is like one of the big question marks that you have unresolved. It's in logic immediately. You need nothing else. Other things it could be... What else could it be? It might actually only be that medal, which is kind of awkward. Makes that gamble a little less enticing.
Nice white vial.
Oh my god, where were you this whole time, man?
Oh, man. That's funny.
I guess, like, the mermaid could have had it, which is really funny.
Oh, no. God, this jump. Just go to dive. Raise the water.
Yeah, depending on how much Galleon you'd already cleared. I don't know. It is kind of.
Hey, look, a diving minigame in Helm as well.
Amazing.
Nice third melon.
Alright, so Generic is running towards the Helm with... If he dumps, he's at 60. That's a 4 GB gamble, which is
we've seen
big number.
2. We saw one on the we saw one on the first. The Lanky, that's the word I'm looking for.
The fairy in the first room. I actually like this call.
And the fairy.
I really like this call from Generic. He's running to Cranky and Castle because it's right next to the spawn. There's also a potion here. Unbelievable. I forgot about this one.
Yeah, I was like, I knew there was another potion somewhere. I could not remember where it was, though. Yeah, that was also vines needed for that diving minigame.
Sure.
Need diving and vines to get key 8.
Unhinted vines, by the way. Alright, what are our fairies looking like? This is going to make or break Generic here.
There's at least 1, there's 2. Alright, there's enough.
Anyone gambling is going to be chilling on that.
Alright, and Cam's heading to the boss.
There you go. Generic not far behind. Helm is very fast, so with 1 room, you are flying through here.
A couple quick mini games.
But of course, we got a tiny face, so you got to watch everyone in the race lobby finish while you're in the boot. The tried and true classic.
And Cam's gonna be doing this with oranges. Cam never got the feather.
Sure enough, didn't need
Generic will have the feather. That's right, Generic never got oranges.
Yeah. So, not a problem. I mean, that's probably like a minute or 2, right?
Yeah. No, it's... You're not that worried about it.
Yeah, running to the prison is definitely going to be faster than doing the vulture race. But maybe you wanted to do the vulture race anyway, just in case it's... I don't know. I guess diving kind of answered all your questions. You don't really have to worry too much about anything. Or diving was the answer, so it's not going to be anything that's not diving. Tricky little puzzle at the end, but you navigated it well enough. Cam works his way through the boot. Phase 1 down.
Yeah, I always point out anytime I'm talking to Doggo, it's very funny. K-Roll's one color, but then his toes are a completely different color. Man is like, he's like, I'm not gonna paint my toenails. I'm gonna paint my toes.
That's really funny. Lines determine the seed? I mean, to some extent. I feel like if you're in a position to be like, oh my god, I need something, I feel like Force Funky is like a pretty good dive. You get a hint there, you get to look at a shop. I think very few people are going to miss that.
Well, yeah, and especially with the gate open now.
Yeah. That's just a Season 4 check. Did you know that that gate was open? Very important. Gotta know that.
Yeah, there's 63, and yeah, Generic will be able to get 64 just on the very first minigame. And then see that there's even 2 more bananas at the very end. Alright, and that is Tiny Phase down for Cam.
A tiny phase and a donkey phase. Or no, we got a donkey phase and a lanky phase in some order. Didn't catch the wall.
Yeah, Cam didn't even like give us much of a look at the wall. Alright, Lanky then donkey. And very fast seed overall. About an hour and a half in. Both racers doing a good job of grabbing this kind of mess of a seed that it became.
Definitely some surprises there. It was looking to be even faster, and then
yeah, this is like, hey, we'll be out of here in like sub 1 hour at this point. Oh, all of a sudden we need all the slaps.
I spoke too soon. Yeah, it's raining in.
Yeah. Oh, and we also need Diddy for just technically to get Feather, but more so to get Blast.
Yeah, just one Diddy
and
check.
And to buy Balloon. Just everything to go up.
2 things for Diddy. And we were doubting him. We were doubting Diddy, and then sure enough, he mattered a lot more than we thought.
Alright, and there's 2 phases down for Cam. Just Donkey, which is the fastest. I just find it so funny that the diving vines game is what ended up like in Helm as well.
Yeah, that's scary, alright, that's for sure.
Oh, and there was another banana. So Generic actually could have gone the full 4 bet into Helm and would have been fine.
Go all in on gambles. Pull the lever. One hit, 2 hit. Number 3.
Oh no!
Ah! Too much English on it. Bang!
Alright, and that's a GG for Cam, finishing in 5th place in the overall race.
For the time of 1:33:32, and apparently that's his PB for Season 4. This is a lot of people's PB for Season 4, as it turns out.
Yeah, Little King in 1st place at 127 PB. Mumbo, not a PB, 2nd place. Sauser, 3rd place, 131 PB. Charles, 4th place, 131. So yeah, within 5 minutes, we got the first 5 finishers.
We got a tight pack at the top.
That's crazy.
Yeah, wild seed. That's for sure.
And Generic's not far behind.
No, he is not. I mean, but he's just got to sit through the boot and watch. I believe Cam watched 2 people finish while he was in lanky phase, which is amazing. That's the best. When you're almost there and you're just like, no, stop.
a nice 6 for generic. You hope no one snipes you while you're in this auto scroller of Tiny Face.
We are joined by Kamerson.
Mornin.
How you doing, Chief?
GG's Cam.
Lorak, you said you would minus 10% this seed.
It would have been faster if it wasn't for that. I injected that horde dirt. That was my doing. That made it 10% worse.
That wasn't even that bad.
No, it was looking a lot faster than that until that hint turned up. It was like, uh-oh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was a pretty jetty seed. Not much to say about it.
Pretty straightforward. I mean, yeah. I think there's something to be said about like just gambling on diving instead of digging up another hint. I feel like there's not many diving checks available for that blast to be on.
Yeah, I don't know. Like metals, the ones that I didn't get seemed to like would probably take a long time to get them, and maybe there was other like diving checks too. So I was just like, I'll just go find the hints if there is one.
And it was one. Very nice hint. A very, very nice hint. Just, hey, go right here. You're good.
It was probably gonna like I was expecting like a path hint like Galleon CBs to DK Fairs. Now it's gonna be like, okay, I might even have to check the boss at this point.
Nope. Just nice and easy. Keep it simple.
Yep.
Bang. Love to see it.
I probably should have just like went for like miscellaneous Galleon checks, because that had a very real chance of being a path hint, and it would have given me like not much information.
Yeah, it's tough to say.
I guess my fear is that like might have been like a diving bonus barrel or something like out in the wild.
That is the very...
Yeah, that's one of the things we were contemplating and speculating. Like, if it's just a random diving bonus barrel, yeah, that could be rough.
My problem with that is that there's actually not many bonus barrels it could be. Like, I can't think of many. It would have to be like the tiny inside the mushroom bonus barrel. It's the only one I could think of that like actually would make sense for this.
The Linky,
I guess. I don't know.
Linky a ring stand inside the mushroom.
Yeah, that one too, because O-stand was shockwave locked versus coconut locked. So that one could fit too, but there's very few, I think.
I don't really have the brain space to like recall every single bonus barrel in the game, so
yeah, it's tough. It helps that you probably, it helps or hurts that you've probably seen a fair few of them, so you could rule in, out. I don't know. I think it's possible to pin down. I mean, I did say Galleon Diddy Metal seems like a pretty good bet before the hint turned up. I was pretty happy with that one. That was a good read. That was a good read, but that's far from guaranteed.
I'm trying to think. I got a Galleon DK Metal, Galleon Lanky Metal before going back to Galleon. Not much else. So could have been Diddy, Tiny, Chunky, maybe Chunky. I'm not sure.
We've seen Chunkies, so we knew it wasn't that.
I don't know if Chunky's is diving locked.
It's so tough to say when you think of anything when it's diving at that point. It's just like, okay, you just
I'm looking at the spreadsheet.
Diving lock.
I'm looking at the spreadsheet. It's a nice simple diving or pineapple.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think we saw pineapple either.
Yeah.
We never saw pineapple.
Quite a few moves we didn't see.
Could be one of those things.
I think where Feather probably was, but I didn't need to go for it.
Yeah, Feather's on the Vulture race.
Gotcha.
Generic just didn't check the prison dirt. Good one.
Oof.
That's minus 60 seconds. I mean, that's probably like minus a minute, but like your Feather is so well hinted, it doesn't really matter. You'll get there in the end.
Yeah, I was just at that point I was hoping that there might have been like a potion that I could get on like Sprint Cage, and I could like skip a step or something. Since Krem, I was like put like scouring hinted, and I wanted to see where the potion was.
That'd be
nice.
nice.
Right there on the dirt. I can get for later.
Yeah, everything's on the dirt. Five dirts with something good.
Oh yeah, there were too many dirts. Like my entire like because like I have a Kongs and potions section on my notes, and like all of it was just filled with like dirts. It was all filled with dirt.
And bang.
And there's GG for generic.
GG.
Finishing up 8th in the race.
Nice.
Oh, we had
2 finishers while fighting the final fight.
I finished 5th. It was a pretty fast one. I feel like I could have saved time in quite a few areas.
Possibility.
Yeah,
and I see where you're saying that Grape could have been it, but Little King's making the case for chasing the hints. I'm making the case for chasing the diving because you don't have an answer for diving. It has to be diving somewhere. And I don't think you have that answer yet because diving didn't get you Shockwave. So like, Shockwave got you Grape. And Coconut got you Shockwave. Diving does not factor in. You have to find a way to include diving in there somehow. We're joined by Generic Dude. How you doing, Chief? GG.
Morning. GG.
GG's generic.
Morning.
Kind of ran around to there a lot for the P5, but then as it turns out, I basically got all the bananas I needed anyway, so...
It's a speedy one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know, for some reason it just never clicked that, hey, this diving that's on the path to Key 5, that probably means Galleon?
Or that trombone that's on the path to Key 5. It's probably
Yeah,
exactly one spot.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, and then it's just, oh, okay, here, let me open it. Let me see what this hint says. Hey, idiot! Did you know the thing you're about to do is...
That was a pretty funny hint.
I swear, those stores, I swear.
It do be like that sometimes.
Those are
really-
pretty funny for hints.
Yeah. Really clutch Galleon Diddy metal hint, though. If I didn't have that, I don't know what I'm finishing.
Now, if that Galleon didn't, if last wasn't hinted directly, then I was just gonna go to Galleon and do all the other miscellaneous stuff that I didn't do.
Yeah, diving to blast was your only hint, and I think it's solvable from there, but it's really hard. There's no deterministic solve.
It's definitely
Yeah,
kind of
luckily, I had like one more hint to check on the Vines hint in Galleon, but that was it.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me about vines. I swear.
That Vines is very funny. You get the hint going into Forest, and like, oh my god, I need Shockwave and Vines, what the heck? And then it sort of smooths over as you pick up Vines pretty quickly, but definitely not a pleasant hint to read.
As long as you don't do what I did, which was, oh, the banana horde dirt is way of the horde. Let me go do that. Wait,
Oh.
I can't. Where the vines?
Oh no.
Oh no!
Where?
And then immediately you go in there
talked
and
about how easy it is to forget about Vines now because you're not thinking about them as much without needing them to get into Helm.
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
that move is locked by like 2 moves now rather than 1.
Yeah.
When you shuffle climbing, that's 3 moves.
And I think my brain just autopiloted to a bunch of the presets where you just started with vines. So
Not so fast, buddy. Not so fast. Speaking of
Not this
fast, though,
time.
you can look at this race lobby and just see all the PBs rolling in. First place PB, third place PB, fifth
Oh,
place PB, sixth place PB,
More like plus 10%.
eighth place PB.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoops. Okay, sometimes the one across. 10th place PB.
yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I would call this like necessarily a jet, but it's definitely an
I would.
easy and solvable seed.
Very, very solvable, yeah. Everything kind of fell into place.
Yeah.
Without that last hint at the end, it would have gotten a lot more wacky, but even still, I think it's pretty
Yeah.
solvable.
Yeah, I think the only thing that messed me up was like the slam location. Even then, like, I think like I would have saved time if I went to factory first before forest.
Could be.
Yeah.
You had to go back to Force later with Shockwave, so yeah.
Yeah.
It
that's
is.
why.
It is. Yeah, I mean, it's also kind of rough because you do have factory hinted. I mean, you have plenty of stuff hinted in factory to do.
Yeah.
While forest is just nothing.
I think my mindset was like forest is pretty cheap. Factory is probably gonna cost some GBs to get into, so I might as well get some here.
You got better info out of Forest, especially in the Forest lobby. Knowing that you needed Shockwave and Vines in Forest lobby was kind of a pretty nice hint to see. Because it's like, oh, we got some thinking to do here.
Yeah.
And then vines is just right there.
I'm not sure where the main aisle key 7 hint was, but that was a nice point in the right direction. That's where your key 7 is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been if it wasn't for the actual just direct hint afterwards, but
Well, I mean, a
Yeah,
bit of
double
both
hinted.
really goes a long way there, because then you can pick out, okay, so Vines is probably pretty easy to get. Okay, Shockwave might be pretty easy to get.
Yeah, there were a couple of hints in this one that was basically, hey, here's a path. Oh, now here's just the way of the horde right after that tells you directly.
Yeah. I'm assuming key 7 just got double hinted because like there wasn't really much to hint in the seed.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty par for the course. You got a pretty large pile of Foolish and Scouring hints, but even still, you kind of need a lot of those path hints to make this make sense. Consider the world where, like, I don't know, Trombone doesn't get hinted, everything goes to hell.
I think another thing that would have saved me some time is remembering to check DK cabin while I was in caves before I got hinted.
Checking rotating cabin was like kind of nice. It was like, oh yeah, clear vial. Maybe we pull diving here. Nope, wrong cabin.
yeah.
Rude.
Yeah. Did we?
I don't think
did we
Bongo's
get
was the same
path.
either.
Was the path in castle, or did I just find it in like?
I
caves
believe
or-
there was a path and a direct hint, and I think
Yeah, there
it
was-
it
it
was one
in
of those
castle.
double hints.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
direct hint, but it was in castle. I was
Yeah.
trying to remember where the path hint was.
I think they were both in Castle.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
nice.
they were both castle.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, then I
can
blame
you
myself
do?
a little bit less then, because like
Well,
Yeah, what can you do?
I don't know that
it's kind of
that,
rough.
that cabin is pretty locked, but like I could have done it while I was there. I just didn't think. I literally just didn't think of it. It was not in my mind at all.
Look, I was talking about like bailing like way sooner to like go do other random levels. Like just get out of caves as fast as you can because cave sucks. But
Yeah.
Nah,
I
that
mean,
was, like, super wrong.
sometimes.
No,
I mean, sometimes you just
I didn't stay long
take
enough.
yeah, not only was that wrong, that would have been super wrong because that bongos was not hinted at all.
It's just one of those rough things. You got to know when to leave, and sometimes you just make the wrong choice.
Know when to hold them, know when to walk away, know when to run.
Yeah, usually in like multi-person races, that's usually when I like full clear the most at the beginning. Because like if I miss something at the beginning, then it's like my score just plummets.
You're gonna get got real hard. Ooh,
Yeah.
fair play. Well, GG's to both of you. That was a good race.
GG.
Oh, GG's.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys are following the runners. These guys are gaming and they're racing.
Heck
Make sure you're following this channel for weekly race content. Make sure you're watching on YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube people. Y'all are chilling. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. You know the drill.
Next week is the Blitz tourney, right?
I do believe we have a Blitz tourney
Yeah.
coming up, so we're gonna get a whole lot of action all over the
yeah.
channel. If you want to catch the finer details of that, make sure you come on down to discord.dk64randomizer.com to catch details on qualification and the like. Or you just want to see the races happen. That's where they get scheduled, and it comes up so fast. It's a blitz. Get in here.
Oh, coming up on Friday? Oh, hang on, let me see.
I think that's
Yeah, I
it.
believe
The Friday
qualifier
weekly
is Friday,
tournament is
yeah.
the qual.
The Friday. Cool. Wow. All right, there you go. You're here first. I'd forgotten.
All right, I will be there.
Amen. Good times. Derpy, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it was fun.
Good comms. Amen. Work with me. Send the squad. Dig in, please hold.
Oh gosh, this is one of the things about everyone getting better and getting tighter together. I'm just seeing people finishing within 10 seconds of each other.
Yeah, there's
It's
a
scary out there.
tight pack at the top, that's for sure. I'm gonna raid Mike just because I want to dunk on him. No other reason.
Shoutouts to Mike Champ.
We're gonna give Mike. We're gonna give Mike some love. There you go. Send y'all off there. Thanks for watching, team. Hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure you're following and catch the next one. Morning.
Raid messages, Crown Casinos aren't real.
Hey guys.